Hi guys, welcome to Prediction Week 33, and we start with the Tuesday night football, 7:45 Wolves versus Manchester United. It's the first game tonight, and I know that Wolves will probably be more interested in their game on Sunday against Watford in the FA Cup. But I still don't think this is going to be easy for Manchester United. Wolves is a very, very hard place to go to, and even if they make a few changes, play a weaker side, I still think it's a hard place to go to and to get a result. So for this game, I'm going to go Wolves 1, Manchester United 1. The other game tonight is Watford versus Fulham. I think if Fulham lose tonight, I think they're relegated anyway. So, I can't really see, again, I think they'll try and put up a little bit of a fight against Watford, but I think Fulham will be relegated tonight, and I think Watford will win. So I'm going to go Watford 2, Fulham 1. So now on to Wednesday's fixtures. We have Chelsea versus Brighton. Obviously, we've all seen the offside goal, against was it Cardiff, and they should have had a player sent off. But again, these decisions are happening every single week. We do need VAR now. I'm not going to lie. If it was Arsenal that did that, I couldn't give a shit. So, fair play to Chelsea. They scored the goal, they got away with it. So, Brighton at home as well. Yeah, you can't really see too many problems for Chelsea. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Brighton 0. The next game is Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. Obviously, Tottenham are now in their new stadium tomorrow. But I think that Crystal Palace is going to cause them some problems. I'm not saying that Crystal Palace are like down the bottom, but they are still fighting a little bit. And this is a little bit of a derby. I know that Spurs will be up for it, because it's their new home ground. But that's also really, really hard as well. It's hard when you go into a new ground. All the expectations, all the pressure's on you. And they're not playing well at the moment, Tottenham. I mean, yes, they saw a lot of the ball against Liverpool on Sunday, but they didn't really do anything with it. So I'm going to go for a draw for this game. I'm going to go Tottenham 1, Crystal Palace 1. The race for the top four now is really, really getting heated, and it's going to be a lot more twists and turns into the season. So it's actually something to enjoy. We have a title race, and we've got a top four race, which is really tight as well. So it's really, really enjoyable. And obviously we've got the race for the staying up into the Premier League as well. So it's been a really, really fun Premier League, this one. So tomorrow night as well, we have Manchester City versus Cardiff. And again, Manchester City being in the sort of race, chance to get away from Liverpool, put a little bit of pressure on Liverpool for the Friday game. So Manchester City 3, Cardiff 1. 8 o'clock on Friday, we do have Southampton versus Liverpool, and again, I think Southampton will cause some problems for Liverpool. I do think Liverpool will win it, but it won't be as easy as some of their fans will make out. So I'm going to go Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. On the 3 o'clock kickoffs for Saturday, we have Huddersfield versus Leicester. Obviously, Huddersfield have been relegated now, no pressure on them. Leicester aren't really going anywhere, but I'm going to go Leicester to win this quite comfortably. I'm going to go Huddersfield 0, Leicester 2. We then have Newcastle versus Crystal Palace for Saturday. So Crystal Palace have got 2 games this week. Again, Newcastle, they caused Arsenal some problems last night. Not really going forward. I don't even think they had a shot on target yesterday, but they part of the bus, and it was really, really hard for Arsenal to break them down. So this will be a different kind of game for the weekend. And say that Crystal Palace put everything into their game against Tottenham. This might be quite easier for Newcastle to get 3 points at home. I have gone for a draw though, because again, I just think that Crystal Palace, that's two hard away games. So that's a lot of pressure to put on Crystal Palace, but I'm going to put them on a draw because I do think they're a hard side to break down. Arsenal's got them in a couple of weeks, and I don't think that's going to be easy either. It is at home, but I don't think it's going to be easy. Crystal Palace is a really hard side to beat. So I'm going to go Newcastle 1, Crystal Palace 1. We have Bournemouth versus Burnley. Again, I think Burnley are still fighting. I'm not sure where Bournemouth are. So again, I'm going to go for the same result. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. On Sunday at 2:05, we have Everton versus Arsenal. Obviously, we've seen Liverpool go there, struggled. I think they got a draw. I think it was 0-0 in the end. Chelsea absolutely battered Everton in the first half, but then in the second half, Everton just turned into Barcelona. It was like a completely different team. So is it a case of if Arsenal start like that against Everton on the weekend, would we take our chances, or would it come back to bite us on the arse like it did for Chelsea? I'm not sure. I do think that Arsenal are playing better football than Chelsea at the moment, and obviously I do think we're the better side. Again, as I said, Liverpool couldn't get a result there. Chelsea couldn't get a result there, so I'm going to say Liverpool couldn't get a result. They drew, but they couldn't win there. Is what I meant to say. They couldn't win there. Chelsea didn't win there. I don't think Arsenal win there either. Yes, we're on a great run at the moment, but our away form is really, really poor. So I'd actually be pleased to get away with a draw at Everton. That's a really, really hard place to go to, especially when you're needing 3 points as well. So I'm going to go Everton 1, Arsenal 1. As I say, it's a lot of pressure on Unai Emery now and Arsenal and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, obviously being given the permanent contract. So it's a lot of pressure. Sarri, he's got some pressure as well, and Pochettino, he's also got pressure. So as I say, there's a lot of pressure. Pep Guardiola and Klopp as well. It's a really, really entertaining Premier League this year. Something we haven't had for a very, very, very long time. So this is probably the first time. I could probably say this is the first time in probably about 8 seasons. Maybe not 8, maybe 5 seasons where Arsenal, come April, are actually still in something. We're still in the top 4 race. We're still in the Europa League. I think we're in the quarterfinals of that. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Usually this time, with about 7-6 games to play, we're out of the FA Cups. We're out of the Champions League. We're not going to win the league. We're not going to, finish in the top 4. So we're just sitting back and we're just trying to get as many points as we can. But this season, every single point is vital. So got to give credit to Unai Emery for that as well. So yeah, I've really, really enjoyed this season. And as I say, going to Everton on the weekend, it's a lot of pressure. But I wouldn't be too disheartened. I'd be quite proud of the boys actually to get a point there. If we can on the weekend. Obviously, if we can get 3, that's even better, and it shows that we're a great character and we're in great form. But as I say, going to Everton, that's really, really tough on the weekend. So we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. 8 o'clock on Monday, we have Chelsea versus West Ham. Again, a bit of a derby. I think West Ham will make it hard for them, but it is at Stamford Bridge. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2, West Ham 1. So that's my predictions for this weekend, guys, even though it started Tuesday. Don't know why, but there you go. And I'll see you next Friday. So thank you for watching, guys.